In this video, we're celebrating 3 very important milestones for the channel.
And to do that, I've got a very special SCX24. So we're going to take a little road trip to a very specific place where we can do this properly. This is Crow's Pasture Conservation Area in Dennis, Massachusetts.
So why is this place so significant? It was 4 years ago, almost to the day, that I parked in this exact same spot and got my very first SCX24. So in addition to the 4-year anniversary of my entrance into the RC crawler hobby, we also just hit 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, and the brand new crawler course is being delivered this afternoon. So to celebrate, I've done a very special build here, and this is it right here, the SCX24 Gladiator. This is actually the original box that my very first Blue Gladiator came in, and there she is in the package there. I've done a lot of work to it. Oh, tailgate unboxing, just like we did originally. So I kept the original packaging from the SCX24 Gladiator, and I stuck it back in here to do this. So you can see her peeking out. Not much is left from the OG. It felt a little weird to transform the OG Gladiator as well, but I think we're at a point now, the hobby's changed, my build style has changed, I've learned a lot. Let me get this thing out of here. And I've applied a lot of that to this truck, still tried to keep it fun and maintain the character of this truck that we've built along the way. So let's start with the exterior, let's check this thing out. So like I said, not a whole lot remains from the previous version of this. We've kept the original body, the real original body from the truck that came out of that box. I do have some 3D printed accessories on it, kept the cargo rack and everything. Wheels and tires. So the wheels are not new. These are the Mofo RC UPW wheels. What I did do is put new scale hardware all throughout these that Mofo now offers. Also put some scale wheel hubs in there as well to cap off the looks. The whole theme of this truck, I really went at this with a ton of detail and intention. Brand new Swamp King tires from Little Guy Racing Parts. These are the V2 Swamp Kings. And at the time of this recording, I don't think they're out yet. They should be available anytime now. But I've been running the OG Swamp Kings for years on this truck and wanted to keep them because I love the look and they also fit the character of the build. Inside those tires, we've got the Endura silicone inserts, the yellow soft ones. You'll notice the bumper and things have changed. That's because the chassis that we're running has changed. So the biggest changes are underneath. So let's take a look. So we've got the new blue Eliminator chassis kit from Little Guy Racing Parts. This is a super sharp, great looking, great performing chassis kit for the SCX24 Gladiator and or Power Wagon. Retains the stock body very easily. Are there better performing chassis out on the market for these? Probably. I doubt that you get the same quality, fit and finish and aesthetic appeal from these kits though, especially in the blue from Little Guy Racing Parts. I wanted to keep the blue and red theme. We've carried that out all throughout this build here. For the drivetrain on this, so I've got the FuryTech Micro Stellar transmission. I've got a LCG motor mount here running the FuryTech branded Little Guy Racing Parts Micro Komodo Outrunner motor. Powering that is the old tried and true Lizard Pro. Now I went with this combo for a couple reasons. One is that it's small and compact, fits very nicely in the build, and I could keep my interior, which was important to me. Number 2 is that it's reliable. The old Lizard Pro is very reliable, very easy to tune and customize with the app. Works great with the Micro Komodo, so that pair is pretty bulletproof and reliable. Went with the Spectrum SR315 because I don't need a lot of channels on this. It's pretty minimalistic, no lights or anything like that. And I wanted to bind it up to my DX Rugged that I'm really enjoying. The SR315 is a little bulky for a micro crawler, but I've got plenty of space there and everything works fine. For steering, I've got the new Mias Racing, the MEX12, their new 12.5 kilogram servo. Really like this. It's got a lot of power. It's a good budget-friendly, high-performance servo, and it's blue. Underneath, boy, this thing is gorgeous underneath here. Look at these axles. I got these. I called in a favor at Mias Racing and got these red anodized V1 isokinetic axles. Now, I believe that the isos are the best axles on the market for the SCX24. I prefer the diamond housing look of the V1s, which is what I've got here. I'm running the Little Guy Racing Parts brass high clearance links that go with the Eliminator chassis kit, Mofo aluminum skid plate, real drive shafts from LGRP as well. My suspension setup changed quite a bit, so I was working on super long shocks for this. I had the Power Hobby, I think 58 millimeters, but just could not get them situated the way I wanted. They were sticky, just was not working. So I went with these 43 millimeter double barrel friction damp shocks, no springs, upside down, nice smooth action. It's still got quite a bit of flex. It is not the flex monster that she once was. I've gone for more of a performance focus on this, but it still has the long travel shocks that should be plenty of fun. That's it for the highlights. Let's run this thing. This is so surreal. This is the exact rock I first crawled on. Boy, we've come a long ways. Oh, this is so funny. This is where it all started right here. I was hooked right at this exact spot. So surreal. This was a super fun trip down memory lane, but there's a lot more to come. We got the new course on the way, and this new build is going to be the very first truck to run it. Gabby should be arriving soon with the course, so let's head back home and get ready. Let's get the old girl on the setup table for some performance tests. Although I guess we should say new girl now. On the RTI with the new Gladiator. Now this was previously the most flexible rig that I had. It would totally max out the ramp. Going a full 90 degrees, it would stand on its own outside of the tire on the front or rear axle. Things have changed. We're still pretty solid. We're ready to crawling at 18 on the RTI with the new setup. Let's check out the side hill. It's 45, 50, 55. Okay, 56 on the side hill. Now the vertical. Gladiators always do great on the vertical. I'm expecting this one to do really well. It's 45, 55, 65. Oh, we slid off at 65. 69. Oh, just touching 70 on the vertical and destroying my bench on the way down. All right, on the corner scales with the Gladiator 2.0 here, let's see what we got. 58% front, 42% rear. Total weight about 587 grams. This is with a 2S battery in the front. Here we are with the brand new rebuilt Gladiator on the brand new indoor course. This thing is stunning. If you have not seen my full video on this, it is available on the channel now. Let's hit it with this truck. I've been driving this a lot. This is actually the only truck that I've driven on the indoor course. I've only had it for a couple of days. So let's see the old flagship in action here. This is Old Florida Road, one of my favorite sections. I love this wooded gateway into the course. It's this light coming in through the window. God, so good. Let's head up the escalator. I'm so glad that I revised the Gladiator. I need all the performance advantages I can get with this course because it is legit. A couple of different lines here you can choose from. There's a long wheelbase and a short wheelbase line here through this section on the escalator. I'm going to go left here for the long one. Able to stick pretty well. You can see the actual sand there is actual dirt from Moab. And it get that red rock residue on the tires to just give it that extra layer of realism. Also makes it more challenging, makes it very slick. Coming up to the top of the world here with our sign. And head into the cauldron, aka the hot tub. We're gonna try a different line out of here called the nope line. Since we're gonna follow this to the left. See if we can do this without breaking an axle. You can go straight through and take the easier exit, or we can try to crawl our way out of here. You can see the angle on this. Oh geez, I gotta get repositioned here. Oh, I have to come up. Maybe I went too aggressive. Here we go. That's a good transition up to what is intended to be the SCX30 line, but it's also a very challenging section for these guys. Get some good articulation action here. I do miss the flex on the new Gladiator. It does not flex like it did prior. Maybe I go with longer shocks, I don't know. It performs so well. Let's try the chute, another one of my favorite sections. This looks so epic right here. The chute has been revised and it is very challenging, especially now you can see my tires are dirty. This is gonna be slick. We'll see how we make it. When this was brand new, I was able to just crawl right up it, no problem. But since we put the dirt down on it, it's been really challenging with the Gladiator to make it up here. I get stuck right here. I don't like to bump it because it takes away from the realism of crawling it nice and slow, but I might have to. I found that I have to just shoot it and get those front tires over. I'm really happy with how the Gladiator performs. It's got steering's great on it. That Mia servo feels really good. Unbelievable turning and not as much rubbing as I was expecting. Like, look how tight I can turn here. That steering angle and the overdrive gears, or the underdrive in the rear, creating the overdrive in the front, really helps with the navigation around these tight turns. Boy, I'm in trouble here. Got to line up to straddle this valley here, going up the new Hell's Gate. This is another one that's very steep, very challenging. Braking 60 degrees at the top. It's a incredible vertical as you get up here. I found that you got to stay in the middle and keep the momentum up. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm in trouble. Yep, I lost it. Get the angle. This is no joke. There we go. There we go. The Swamp King's fighting. We got it. Nice. All right, now through there. Now I got to come up. This is the double step. I got to get my front over this ledge here. But then the bottom's gonna fall, so the front needs to hold as that bumper clears. Oh, it makes it. I love that line. We're not out of the woods yet because we got another drop after this where the chute exits. There we go, able to creep across. And then the last line, I'm gonna bear right up here. I'm gonna take a gnarly approach up the side, and then I'm gonna wrap it up there, I think, and just have some fun. Look at it, I got the Jeep wave going. Is she gonna bite? She is, man. Wicked performance out of the new Gladiator. I'm stoked with this thing. I love how it looks. We retained the character and the vibe from the first one. Not as much flex, but we've got modern performance on the old girl, and I love it. Huge thank you to all of you, the viewers, who have made these awesome milestones possible. It's been a heck of a year. I can't wait to share more content with you going forward. Now that we got the new course, we're on a wicked roll right now, and it's gonna be a great 2026, rolling into the 5th year anniversary of the channel next year. Although I missed the OG Flex Machine Gladiator, I am super pumped with how the revised 2.0 Gladiator came out. This is a much more cohesive, well put together, great performing, also great looking truck here. I'm really glad that I did do the modifications that I did, because otherwise this thing would not handle hardly anything on the indoor course. I took some of my other really well built rigs out there. They struggled, and the Gladiator was able to do several things that a lot of my other top tier builds could not. So it really showcases the performance that we were able to get out of this while maintaining the core aesthetic of this build, which I really love. So again, I appreciate you guys more than you know. All of this would not be possible without you guys watching the videos, hitting those affiliate links. That's what really allows us to reinvest into the channel like we've done in these videos lately, and I sincerely appreciate it. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. What do you think of the updated Gladiator? Please give the video a thumbs up if you did in fact enjoy it, and remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss out on all the great new content we got coming with the new course and the new trucks and everything. It's gonna be awesome. I'll see you guys in the next video.